My 10-year-old son bet me $20 he could run our household better than me. By day 5, he found $6,200 in annual waste and handed me an invoice. I was exhausted, running a household of 4 on pure autopilot. Grocery runs, bill payments, scheduling, logistics. When my 10-year-old son Caleb complained about his allowance, I snapped. You have no idea how hard it is to manage this house. He looked at me calmly. I bet I could do it better. Excuse me? $20 says I can find ways to run this house more efficiently than you. I laughed. I gave him full administrative access. Bank statements, utility bills, grocery receipts, credit card records. I expected him to quit by Tuesday. That was the worst managerial assumption of my life. Day 1. Caleb audited our grocery supply chain. He cross-referenced my weekly receipts with actual pantry inventory. I was operating on a blind procurement strategy, buying 34 items every week regardless of existing stock levels. We had 14 cans of diced tomatoes, 6 jars of pasta sauce, 4 unopened bags of rice. He calculated our excess inventory holding costs, food waste from spoilage, redundant purchases. He rebuilt the weekly list based on actual consumption deficit. Weekly grocery overhead dropped by 40%. Day 2. He reviewed my credit card statements. He discovered catastrophic revenue leakage. 2 streaming services nobody in the family had watched in 8 months. A gym membership I hadn't used since February. A digital magazine subscription for a publication that ceased printing in 2022. A $28 monthly charge for a landline phone that hadn't rung since 2019. Total phantom auto billing waste. $1,836 annually. He canceled everything before lunch. Day 3. Operational optimization. He programmed the smart thermostat. I had left it at a static 72 degrees for 2 years. He implemented a dynamic schedule. Lower overnight, higher during active hours. Projected annual savings, $240. Then he audited my transportation logistics. I was paying $15 weekly for a premium car wash subscription. He pulled weather data. It had rained 11 out of the last 16 weeks. I was paying to wash a car that nature was washing for free. He canceled it. Day 4. He discovered I was paying for the premium tier of a cloud storage service. We were using 6% of capacity. He downgraded to the free tier. Annual savings, $120. Day 5. He found that our internet plan included a router rental fee, $8 monthly. We owned a compatible router. It was sitting in the garage. He installed it himself using a YouTube tutorial. Annual savings, $96. Day 7. Caleb called a family meeting. He connected his laptop to the living room television. He presented a 12-slide Google Deck. Title: How We're Wasting $6,200 a Year. Executive summary, category breakdown, visual charts, actionable recommendations. He walked through the data flawlessly. Grocery inefficiency, $1,600. Phantom subscriptions, $1,836. Utility optimization, $480. Transportation waste, $780. Miscellaneous redundancies, $504. Total annual waste identified, $6,200. I sat on my own couch, in my own house, being audited by my own child. I felt 2 things simultaneously: profound maternal pride, absolute operational humiliation. I reached into my wallet. I handed him the $20 bill. He didn't take it. I'm renegotiating. I stared at him. I saved this household $6,200. I want a 10% consulting fee. That's $620. Paid in weekly installments over the next year. I looked at my husband. He shrugged. The math checks out. I paid. First installment that Friday, $12. Caleb deposited it into his savings account. By the end of the month, he had scaled operations. He offered household efficiency audits to 3 of my friends. $50 flat fee, 2-hour assessment, written report with recommendations. He made $150 in his first week of external consulting. My friend Sarah called me afterward. Your son found $400 a year I was wasting on a security system for a house I sold in 2021. Caleb isn't a child. He's a highly profitable consulting firm operating out of a bedroom decorated with dinosaur posters. I asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up. He looked at me like the question was inefficient. I'm already working. He went back to his laptop. I went back to the kitchen.